Okay, let's add some detail. First, I'm going to change my material to a simple flat gray. And then I'm going to select the main part of the sofa, the one we are going to be detailing. And I'm going to add a Turbo Smooth modifier. Right, so I think this is a good starting point. I'm going to collapse it to editable poly and bring it into ZBrush. Okay, let's create a new document. Right, and click and drag on the canvas, enable edit mode, and press F to center your object. Okay, I'm gonna enable this perspective distortion. And I'm gonna change the material from this red wax to a simple gray one. I find it easier to see the detail with this one. Right, and now let's divide our sofa a couple of times. Okay, so I think this is a good subdivision level to start detailing. I'm going to use a simple standard brush, reduce the size, and while holding the Alt key, I'm going to create the creases. Okay, and smooth out the ends of the creases by using the Shift key. Okay, let's start with some larger creases. Just randomly drag and create the creases. We can change the brush size for some different sized creases. Right, and this whole process is pretty repetitive and pretty much the same all over the sofa. Just draw in some detail and move on to the next part. And do that until you're finished with the whole model. Okay, add some smaller ones as well to make it appear more natural. Okay, let's add some details to the sides. Right, once you're satisfied with your model, you can export the displacement map. And I'm also going to export the cavity map and use it later on when creating a custom texture for this model. So the easiest way to do this is by going to Z plugin and use the multi-map exporter tool. Okay, so make sure you have the displacement and cavity map enabled. Increase the map size to maximum. Check your export options. Right, so for displacement you want to enable adaptive and smooth UVs for some nice results, quality results, and for the cavity map maybe let's increase the blur slightly. Okay, and once you have the settings correct, you can decide on your lowest subdivision level. Okay, I think this might be a bit too low and the details might not be too good, so I'm going to increase the subdivs to 2 and delete the lower subdiv level. Okay, so this is going to be my base model. And once you have decided on your base subdivision level, go to Z plugin and export the maps. Okay, and let's save it. Okay, so the maps have been exported, and let's bring our model back to 3D Max. Press the Go Z button. Okay, so the maps have been exported, and let's bring our model back to 3D Max. Press the Go Z button. Okay. Right, and here's our model back in Max. All we need to do is set up a Vray displacement modifier. Okay, let's open Photoshop. Open the exported file. Okay, and resave it as a TIFF file. Alright, go back to Max and choose the bitmap here in the text map slot. Alright, let's test it. I'm gonna make a super quick render. Okay, we need to add the light source here. And render. Looks like our displacement is working just fine, and we can proceed by making some materials for the subject and rendering.